Well, here we are. It's the, as John has just called it, the meeting of the minds. It's VIP, it's Box Nation, it's British Boxers, and we're going to have a little look back over a great year of boxing, 2017, and we're going to focus mainly on the northwest region, I believe.
The small hall shows.
The small hall shows. The only criteria is we can't be picking people or fighters who are, you know, have got all the massive funding on TV and are well established. So I believe, should we just kick off?
Yep.
We've got the first category, and you're going to have something that springs across here, Lee, saying...
Yeah.
Journeyman of the year.
Yeah, well, we'll do that, and we'll put some pictures up or some footage or whatever.
All right, cool. Journeyman of the year.
Who'd you go for?
Well, I do love the Journeyman, I really do. I've got to just give Curtis a shout out because he is actually helping me out with just getting a bit fit at the minute, so I've got to give him a shout out. But I've gone for the main man.
You're giving Curtis some tips on getting fit.
yeah.
He's come down a lot, hasn't he?
Actually, he said he's coming back down to middleweight. 106, that's what he said.
He needs to, doesn't he? He needs to.
Yeah.
It's important for him if he wants to get to that 100 club.
He's looking a lot trimmer, and I believe at 160 he'll be a lot more elusive and all that. If he can be even more,
So he scrapped the get Rio plan.
Yeah.
That was what he's going to do.
I thought it was a great idea.
I thought that was Lee Carter. No, has he scrapped that as well?
Yeah.
Everyone wants Rio, don't they?
Curtis was going to do it.
Wow.
City versus United. The guy who's not won a professional fight against a guy who's making his debut. Curtis can talk. He's a character. I think it would have been a great idea.
My money would have been on Curtis as well,
without a shadow of a doubt.
But I've gone for Willie Warburton. I mean, there's some great jokes. We've got the best journeyman in the
round,
haven't we?
There is something that we see him all the time on our shows. Luckily enough, and I went for Willie Warburton as well because I don't think you can beat him. 160 fights, I think. Only been stopped twice. I think both of them are on cuts or technical decision. One of them and a cut on the other one. So the guy.
The amount of times he's lost by 1 point as well.
And that's it as well. He's not just a guy who can fight someone who's making the debut. He's a guy that can fight someone who's on the verge of fighting for the British title and still give him a good fight.
Well, CJ Challenger was a perfect example, wasn't he? Dropped him twice in the first and still...
Gave Matty Ryan a torrid time once as well.
Yeah, he did. Twice, both times he did, yeah. You know,
well, I think Willie's the best, but I picked the classic Christian Light. You know, Mr. Reliable, he's up over 300 now, isn't he?
No, he's close.
Just closing up on 300.
181 or 180, 281,
so
282.
He'll get to 300 next year. And he is Mr. Reliable. He's there every week, isn't he? I've never seen him get stopped once. Someone I'm going to speak about a bit later on, give him the hardest night's work I've seen for a long time this year, but you never see him get beaten from pillar to post, really. Always looks after himself.
And another guy I wanted to mention as well, because I don't know if you can call him a journeyman, more of a road warrior. He's not had that many fights, but he's never been stopped. Adam Jones. Yeah. You know, what an hard man he is. Yeah. You know, gives everyone a real... I mean, he's just took that Fred, the Olympian, Fred Evans. I think he took a couple of rounds off him. I think it was he won by 58, 56 or something. Yeah. You know, and that guy was class. I watched him in the Olympics.
Fair play.
So
there's so many good ones, isn't there? It's difficult. I mean, even Quinny as well. He's been in there with some massive punches as well, hasn't he?
Like I said, we could go on for ages. But what's the second one?
Second one is Show of the Year. Show of the Year.
I'm going to bow to your better judgment because I've only heard rumours. It's one of a few I've missed this year, but I believe it was a cracker at Bowlers, a Black Flash show, knockout after knockout, excitement all the way.
Return of the Young Guns.
The Return of the Young Guns. So it made a lot of noise. So I've got to give.
I've gone for that one just because I mean it had Zelfa on it, Lyndon. I mean he had one of the smaller fights of the year on it. Knockouts galore. Great show.
Yeah, well, obviously I'm probably going to be a little bit biased towards VIP because those are the shows that I'm watching. And usually I think this show we had a show on the same night as you, so I wouldn't have got to see them. But I did hear rumours about some of the fights on there and how good they were. But for us, I had one in mind. I had our Bolton show, which was done in conjunction with Box Nation, so it's like breaking the rules a little bit, but it was of Steve's fighters near enough, except for we had the big heavyweight, the Russian guy, Ustinov. Next fight was for the world title, wasn't it, against Char? So that was a fantastic show.
Is this the one at the hotel? But
yeah.
How was that show? Great, brilliant show.
Usta wasn't it?
Yeah, but it got overhauled on Saturday night. With what's that?
It's birthday, we're in the countryside now.
So it got outdone because we had a show on Saturday night in Wigan, and I think there was just 8 fights on, but there were 8 absolute cracking fights. Topping the bill was Dale Coyne against Ben Davies, and it was a great 8 rounds. A real, they could have fought in a telephone box. It was just non-stop action from start to finish. And we had, I think, Kane Gardner getting his first stoppage. We had Danny Wright looking an absolute animal. It was an absolute fantastic show from start to finish. So for me, I have to go with that one. You know, so that's my show. It was Wigan, December the 16th at Robin Park for VIP. But I have heard a lot about yours, so, and you've heard it, and so I don't think we can argue with any of them.
No, people can catch up, can't they? All the fights that
they're all there.
YouTube.
VIP, British boxers, they're all there.
Yeah,
everyone's
all there to be watched. Because everything we're talking about is actually on these channels.
There you go. So we've kept it all in house, haven't we? We move on to debut of the year, or debut of the year. And John, do you want to start us off with this one? There's
been a few this year. I think there's been some good fights come through. Jack Rafferty stands out in my mind because the beating he gave to poor Kevin McCall the night he made his debut was it was frightening. Dylan Evans I thought was good. I've seen it wasn't more spectacular debut. He boxed well, but I've seen Dylan build up to it for 18 months, and the fighter he was 18 months ago compared to the fighter he's now, it's night and day, isn't it? Ross Cooksey I thought looked really good on his day, and Ross has been good all year.
Yeah, body shot.
And Ross has been good all year. But do you know who stood out the most? I thought Kieran Jones when he fought at Oldham Sports Centre looked the part. Kieran he was at Jolly Boys enjoying himself on Saturday.
Very jolly, very jolly.
He's a live wire, isn't he? But my God, he looked like a real hell of a fighter as well.
Yeah.
So I'll say Kieran Jones.
Fair play. Who have you gone for, Lee?
I've gone for I couldn't go for a. I could have gone for a VIP fighter, but I was doing because I didn't want to be too biased. I went for Diego Costa because on his debut it was against Crane Bunn, who was 9-0. You know what I mean? And a real prospect as well. And he goes and beats him and stops him in the first round. So for me, I've got to go with Diego Costa.
I've gone for Damien Chambers, just because you know he's against a guy called Tayar Mehmet, who I know is a very tough guy. And just his punching was so correct. He listened to instructions. He was poised. You know, he showed a very mature head for a debut. So I've gone for Damien Chambers.
That's what I like. We've all got 3 different ones.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And I can't argue with any of you. So well done. What's number 4, mate?
We've got Stable of the Year. Stable of the Year. And that's a tough one, isn't it?
It is.
Because there's so many brilliant stables out there.
Do you know, I was just saying to John before this, I don't think there's a stable that I've gone to that doesn't impress me, because I think every stable has got a champion at some level, or potentially champions of some level, depending on what level they are at.
You can work it down, get Gallagher. You've got to start, I think Gallagher's, we've got world level guys.
Yeah,
you know, great stuff, and you come all the way down to the Shed, who've just started off, all doing fantastic from a little gym. I think it's almost impossible to pick. No Limits have got such a great group, and it's just we could go on and on and on.
I quite like. I think they deserve a mention. No Limits certainly. I think Chris and Danny down there are doing a fantastic job. Got a great stable of fighters. Are all exciting, all coming along, and I think some of them are going to be household names soon. But also with Ben Lancaster down at the Shed. You know, this guy is, though not proven in a professional level, proven as an amateur coach. I mean, the guy, and his lads fight like professionals as amateurs, and he's managed to get 3 guys with ABA titles over the years, elite titles.
It's so hard to judge it, though, isn't it? Because you've got, if you look at the finals, you've got an undefeated world champion. How can you put the
that's why
the Shed over them? So it's so difficult to compare and contrast.
They're on my shortlist as well.
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads on my shortlist, to be honest. You know, but
you know, another one I wanted to mention was Jennings Gym, because what they've done with Matty Askins and Jack Arnfield, 2 guys whose career was basically finished, and they went there, and within 2 years, one of them's a British champion now, and the other one is on the verge of it in February, fighting Tommy Langford.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, they've done something special there, and they've got an amateur gym. You know, they're doing it the right way, and hopefully they'll be bringing champions through. You know, for years to come.
Look at Haroon, who's just made.
Yeah, he's on my. That's on my list.
Just made steps this year. And he's got
British title in the camp as well.
Catterall, he's got Brian Rolls there now, and Jordan Thompson, one of the biggest prospects. I honestly think it's impossible to pick, and I couldn't compare and contrast them.
Well, the only reason why I've gone for Steve Mailer is because as long as I've been doing this, which is nearly 4 years now, they've not had a loss. He's had one loss as a professional coach in the whole of his career, and 5 of them have been world title fights. You know, so you can't really, you know, and it's not like he's cherry picking the lads. He's got lads for all different levels, you know, and yet no one who's come to his gym has been beat fighting from his gym. So for me, hands down, it's got to be Steve Mailer.
Fair play. I like the excitement of the Hattons gym I was on there recently, and with Gorman and with Heffron and you know, Haig.
Phenomenal.
You know, Lee Sharpie Oldham down there, Stacey Copeland, and Bradley Ree now as well. Who I know you guys
Luke
have got.
Evans when he's fit.
Who's what? Sorry,
Luke Evans.
Luke Evans, exactly. Yeah. So there's just some great gyms out there as well. And I mean, all the ones you've just mentioned were on my shortlist as well, including the Colliers. I've got to give a shout out to Colliers as well because you know, Zofa and Linden are really making massive strides in the game. So we can't really conclusively say can we on this one.
I think it's an almost impossible one to pick.
Well, like you say, I just went with Mailer only because the fact is he's never been beat while I've been doing it, and he's had 5 world title fights in that time. So you know, for levels, it's you know, that's going to take some beating. That
fair play.
Even if he packed in now, he could look back on his career and smile for, you know, to the day he dies.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. We've got Prospect of the Year under 5 fights. Prospect of the Year under 5 fights. You actually mentioned one of mine, John. There, Jack Rafferty's on my list. Kane Gardner's on my list as well. I really enjoy watching him.
I've got Kane.
One that you may not have on your list is a guy called Marcel Braithwaite from Liverpool, fighting at the Golden Gloves gym. And he's my Prospect of the Year under 5 fights. He's flashy, he's technical, but he's also unorthodox at times if he wants to offset the opponent's rhythm. He's confident, brash.
Pocket rocket, isn't he?
Pocket rocket. Yes. He's my Prospect of the Year under 5 fights.
Yeah, he's done really well with Wayne, hasn't he, as well? You know, Wayne's put a lot of time and effort into him. Treats him almost like a son, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I know he spent a fair bit of time sparring at Arnie's with Mike Romarate and...
Yeah, that's right.
The legendary Mike Romarate. Will he ever come back? But you couldn't possibly get better sparring than that, so I know that sharpened it up. But I've gone for Kane Gardner. I think Kane really looks the business to me.
He just got his first stoppage. On that show that I was talking about in Wigan. But I also got another...
spectacular against Late, and Kane stands out in my mind as one to watch next year.
Definitely, but he's got that great amateur pedigree. But for someone, I've also got another mention here, and he's just had his 4th fight, I think, at the Wigan show. A kid called James Moorcroft. Now James, no amateur experience, just a bit of white collar.
I didn't know that.
And the guy he's doing things. I see a lot of professionals who've had 15, 20 fights not do. You know, he's movement in there. He's a good kid.
Well, let's break it up and switch the order around then, because I've put special mention for James Moorcroft.
Right.
You know, because he came into it with absolutely nothing. He was a white collar guy with Lee Blundell, and what a guy Lee Blundell's proving to be in Mccall. He's brilliant, isn't he? You know, former big name on the scene, did well. But James Moorcroft, my special mention for coming from white collar to looking such an accomplished pro in 1 year. That deserves a special mention.
Are we doing special mentions now?
Yeah, special mention.
He beat up Kevin McCall in a similar fashion to maybe not in a similar fashion. He danced more around him and punished him. Where Jack just he's an animal, isn't he?
So we got our special mentions under 5, but special mentions. Go on then, Lee.
What have you got for special mentions? You're gonna have to go to the end of your list for this one.
For me. He had his last fight of a trilogy of Central Area fights, Adam Ismail, because Adam was a working guy who got ready for 3 back-to-back 10-round Central Area fights, 2 against Sean Lewis, first one he lost, second one he won, and then he fought a draw with Andy Colquhoun. And every fight, he was someone that I'd never thought I'd ever be excited about. You know, he's a southpaw, tall, awkward, not the biggest puncher in there. But I was on the edge of my seat for all 3 fights. They were absolute fantastic wars, and you know, for him to go through that back-to-back, working full time as well, I just think the guy deserves a mention. You know, because I think he's retired now. Whether he comes back or not, I don't know. But he put 3 back-to-back performances that I'd never expect from him, and every one of them was absolute crackers.
I think I've gone down a different line with my special mentions. I've got Jimmy Lewis on there, Roy Richardson, just because of what they've done over the years in the game. I've got Terry Flanagan on there purely because I think this is the year where he's, you know, we've not heard much from him because of various reasons, but we can't forget we've got an unbeaten world champion in this country. And then I probably cheated with the last one, and I'm going to give Frank Warren a special mention because he's making the fights that are competitive, and that's what we want to see.
Yeah, we've got competition, haven't we? And I look at the bit biased here, but the quality shows that Box Nation and BT have done since April, I think, has been great. No, it's not just been the big names, has it? We'll venture off the Northwest scene for a bit, but even fights like Smile.
Williams,
great.
Both of them.
All been evenly contested fights.
The first one though,
Hoxton,
yeah, that's on one of my fight of the years.
I just think it's been a...
against Woodstock was that?
Yeah. I just think it's been it's been good for the
Smith
sport,
and Williams.
Smith and Williams.
Tyrone Hurst and Jack Cantrell, you know what I mean? Again, another absolute war.
It's exactly what we all want.
Even putting Gorman in with Mohammed Saltby, that was a bit of there was question marks about that. Is that too early for Gorman? Is it not? He's taking risks.
Yeah.
That's what we want to see. We've got one to watch in 2018. John, who have you gone for?
I've got loads here, mate. You know.
I've gone for Shaqib Ali. I think certain fighters make an impression on you and stay in your mind, and for me, it's Shaqib Ali. He's got the most dangerous right uppercut in the Northwest.
It's beautiful.
It's not just for knockout of Liam Richards. It lands on everybody. You know, he looks a serious threat every time he throws it. Good kid. Remember when he was at Oldham, Lee sat and watched every single fight quietly, didn't he? Studied every guy on the list.
Yes, he did. He's a connoisseur. He loves to watch.
He loves to watch it. He takes it deadly serious. He's willing to challenge himself. He was going to step up 2 weights and fight Kaz Niaz. Luckily, that got nixed because we didn't want that to happen. But Shaqib Ali, I think he's got a little bit of an X factor.
What's this under 10s? Is this then?
This is one to watch in 2018.
Well,
we'll come back to that in a bit.
Yeah, okay then.
No, you're ones to watch. You'll come back to under 10s. You know.
I've got 2. Maybe 2. Mark Efron and Zelfa Barrett, because obviously they've both got phenomenal records.
They're my 2 names.
Yeah, I couldn't really argue with them. You know what Zelfa's 19-0. I think he's got 12 KOs.
Yeah.
11 of them coming in his last 13 fights.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I reckon enough people are already watching them.
Alright, you think we're cheating there, do you?
I don't think you can tell people once to watch when Zelfa's on BT.
But then also, I think now Mark Efron moving down to middleweight, which has been announced, that's scary.
Is that happening?
That's scary.
That is
something
scary.
that I'm thinking, oh my God, I feel sorry for... At super middleweight, I thought he was going to win things.
He finds 168 easy, doesn't he? He says, so yeah, that does make sense.
He's fighting Liam Cameron in an eliminator, isn't
he?
Yeah,
Liam Cameron's a Commonwealth champion at middleweight, isn't he?
Yeah.
I've also put Danny Wright on this list.
But I've got him on my under 10s.
Under 10s.
Well, we'll mix him in then. We'll mix him in because we'll sort of move on to under 10s then. Danny Wright for me, because I've been seeing recently in the shed. You know, obviously after you guys have been there and whatever, but I just thought the guy. One word that springs to mind is relentless. He's just relentless. And like that's the sort of fighters I like. I know people like the slicksters or the very technical boxers. I like the relentless, get in there and fighters. He's my one to watch.
Danny's relentless in everything, isn't he? He's relentless in training, relentless in sparring. You hear some of the stories about sparring on virtually consecutive days with some of the biggest names in the Northwest, and he gives them all good work. When he gets in the ring, he fights in the same way. If you see him spar, he spars in the same way. There's big hopes for Danny.
I judge it on the smile. I've said it I've videoed him for 5 years now. I videoed him winning the youth Northwest title, and each year he's been in the elites finals. I videoed him and that, and then he won the ABAs, and he was my tip on that day. The guy's a bit special. But there's so many other good kids, you know, under 10. We've got some real talent in there.
Yeah.
One being Scott Fitzgerald,
yes.
8-0, 6 KOs.
Yeah.
We've got Lyndon Arthur. 9-0 with 8 KOs in his last fights of all his stops.
He's got every punch in the book as well.
You got Mccall, that's done well, just picked up the centre area. Luke Willis looked great in his last fight.
Yeah, Django's good, isn't he? I like Luke Willis. He's lots of angles, hasn't he?
Yeah.
You called him the Liverpool Lomachenko.
Yeah.
You know, similar moves the other week.
I think he's got real potential.
I think for one who's got the potential to really break out, Danny will be ticking over on BT and Box Nation next year, won't he? But people just getting to know him. Lyndon could just burst through.
I believe he's actually potentially got something in place with Frank Warren as well for next year. So
Lyndon they all went down, and I think that photo there, and I just looked at it and I just thought, what talent!
What talent! Yeah,
Lyndon could burst through, couldn't he? You know, if he match him correctly, Lyndon could become a star. He's got the style. He's got
nice kid again, the same like Zelfa, both of them.
I know we got George Groves, who's got probably the best jab in the country. Lyndon's not far behind. Jamie Cox used Lyndon for sparring for Groves because his jab's so good. Lyndon could just explode in 2018.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Very good. Well, this is onto something slightly different. Most bizarre moment of 2017.
There's only one winner, isn't there?
Go on.
Surely we all got the same answer. I've got the Claymaker.
I've got a Claymaker.
We've not conferred either.
We've not conferred.
That morning when the text messages came through about the Claymaker.
What a plonker.
But you know, I feel so sorry for him to a certain degree because
really?
I know he's done what he's done is terrible, absolutely shocking. But what an idiot!
Are you putting allegedly on the end of all this?
Okay, let's put allegedly on the end.
Alright, well, yeah, okay. I think most of it's proven. I think he's even admitted it to himself, hasn't he? And on YouTube, I think there's been some things been put out. But yeah, what an idiot! He had everything he ever wanted to do. He loved boxing, and he was in a fantastic situation, talking about a sport that he loves. When people were listening to him and giving me credit for his commentary, and then he goes and does that.
I'll be honest, I don't feel sorry for him. I mean, boxing we're a close knit community, and you don't do stuff like that to anyone, let alone each other.
By the way, you've got if you're watching this, Simon, you've got my little camera. I want it back.
You still feel sorry for him.
Good luck getting that back.
Lee's nicer than me. Have a look in the pawn shops around, Lee.
What did you actually title that then? What did you just write? Did you
I thought, well, it was bizarre. I couldn't believe it when I
found
out. I think you all knew about it before me. I didn't really know about it. I'm a bit naive, me.
Bizarre.
I've always liked the guy. He's always treated me well.
You're quite
with him.
close to him, weren't you?
I like Simon. Yeah, I used to see Simon once a week. I used to text him most days actually, and I couldn't believe it. Anyway.
It is what it is. I'm glad we had that category in there. Moving on swiftly to upset of the year. Who's going first?
Well, it's been actually at first I was thinking there wasn't one. Because VIP shows there's not been that many this year.
We tend to, we're building them, aren't we?
I looked a bit further in and there's actually quite a few. I thought Colin Day losing to Jordan Ellison last weekend was a big shock.
I don't think he lost. I've watched it back since, and it was a good, really, really good competitive fight. But I just thought he edged it. I thought, at worst, it should have been a draw.
Yeah.
The first round I thought he edged, just pulled away. Second round, obviously he lost the third round, and the fourth round was really close. I thought he pulled away in that, but he didn't when I rewatched it. So on that scale, a draw might have been the right thing. But
yeah, that's one of them. But there's a few. Reece Cartwright getting beat off Sharuta was a big show. He was 17-0 Reece.
That was on the Return of the Young show.
Yeah.
Oh, was that? Right.
Craig Bunn getting beat by Costa.
That's what I've got down here.
But I've gone for Jason Wellborn beating Marcus Morrison. Marcus was getting a big push.
That was on a big show.
It was on. Yeah, it's still in the northwest.
And
Marcus is from a.
And it was early on in the night.
It was early on in the night. Marcus can fight.
Yeah.
He's a good fighter. And Jason Wellborn turned up like a man possessed.
He did.
I know if you look at Jason's record, people might not say it was a big upset because Jason's fought for major titles before and he's a good guy. But Jason was there as the opponent that night, and he really tore the script up.
He really did. And I was there, and it was quite brutal to watch.
Yeah.
But you know something? Up until I think he got tagged with an uppercut in the second round, it was all going Marcus Morrison's way.
Yeah.
And I think when he didn't put Wellborn away in that second round, when he caught him with that shot, then I think he went back to his corner thinking, I've won this fight, this is all over. And he come back and tried with renewed vigour and went for it, didn't he? And
I thought he showed a lot of heart actually and bravery, because he could have looked for the exit a lot of times in that fight from round 4 or 5 onwards.
Hope that Marcus, if he does find himself in a similar situation again, he knows he can get through it. He knows he's not going to turn it in.
Do you know what I always felt sorry for there though? I thought, why match him with Tyrone Boone, who's horrible to fight. He's a tricky, horrible, and he's good as well, you know what I mean? But he's not the fight that you want to come back when you've just suffered your first defeat and a bad defeat because he got beat on points.
Shows the confidence he had in him to come back and rebound.
Yeah, but have someone who's going to stand and fight with you, maybe, not someone who's going to. Over 4 rounds, Tyrone Boone is so hard to beat.
Oh, Tyrone Booth, yeah, he's awkward and he's a bit of a nightmare and can be a boogeyman.
Of course he can.
So no, it wasn't a sensational, stunning upset, but the way Matchroom built the fighters, the role Marcus was on, the stage he had, I thought it was a bit of an upset. That
I've got Twinney and Artif Daniel on here as well, just because I like a grudge match, and it was a bit of a needle before the fight, and it was actually a good scrap, and Twinney was in there as the opponent, and he took the win. So yeah.
Well, obviously I've gone for Diego Costa against Craig Bunn because I had him as he was making his debut against a guy who's 9-0, and it's like, no, you don't do that.
Yeah.
And
he's done it quite a few times since, or
yeah,
2 times
yeah,
since.
yeah. So
all right, great. We've got I like this one. Character of the year. Character of the year. Shall I go on,
yeah,
John?
Yeah, go on.
I've got a couple. I mean, Joe Murray's been a character.
Yeah.
You know, he's a real character, isn't he, Joe Murray? He says what he thinks. He
hold
divides
back.
opinion, doesn't hold back, but he's a character. Lee Carter I've got on here because he's a real character. He's calling out Rio Ferdinand. He's lighting up the scene. He did a funny interview with the IFL, and you know, people who haven't seen it before.
yeah.
IFL comments usually they're just, you know, a bit like a minefield. It was all positive comments because he's a character. And I've got this is a random one, but I just find him funny in a good way. Omar Dursery.
Oh,
yeah.
He's such a character. I mean, the first time I ever interviewed him, he's calling out people left, right, and centre, and I saw him on Twitter calling out.
Dickinson.
Yeah, but even more interesting, he was calling out Rigondo.
Yeah.
And Omar, if you're watching this, you called out Rigo after however many fights you've had. That makes you a character, a legend.
I've got Omar. Yeah, I've got Omar, I've got Curtis Gagano, I've got
Yeah,
Lee
I've got
Carter.
Curtis as well.
Michael Pass is never short of a story, is he?
Yeah.
Some of the stories,
I love how he rips into young Louis Madeira.
Yeah, poor Luke, yeah.
So
he gets younger every show, doesn't he?
13, I think he is.
Some of
now.
the stories Michael will tell you, if you ever away from the camera zoom and curl your toes. But I've gone for Ricky Starkey.
Oh,
good one, good call.
Ricky Starkey's my character.
He's a real character.
If you've ever only got 2 minutes to spare and you stood next to Ricky Starkey, don't start a conversation.
No,
Because you'll be there for 20.
Yeah.
Ricky Starkey's my character of the year.
Great call that, but the Battalion Stallion.
No fear as well, no fear.
Fantastic nickname as
well.
well.
That
Battalion Stallion.
Yeah, I failed, didn't it? Only a few weeks ago, was it? Last week?
Kalmar Yafai.
Yeah. Went down there with him, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Fair play.
He said, and if we had a bit more notice, he said I would have beat him.
Yeah.
So,
that's why he's one of the characters of the year.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, can't argue with any of them.
Can't
What's
argue
next?
with them. We've got fight of the year under 6 rounds, but from what you guys have said, I think me and you, Lee, have agreed on this one.
Yeah, Costa O'Neill. I go for Costa O'Neill.
Yeah.
Against Greg O'Neill.
Yeah.
With 5 knockdowns in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And Chris Monaghan, Sam Amidi was a
great
tremendous fight.
Yeah,
as well.
that was. I forgot about that. It's a great fight.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, look that one up. It's a cracker.
It was on Bowler's show with Matty Ryan headlining against Sonny Upton in the Central Area title.
Yeah,
which in itself was a good fight.
Yeah, really good fight. Back and forth, wasn't it? Sonny still complains about the commentary on that, but we were biased. But whereas Robin Reed had it a draw, and I had Matty Ryan by 1.
Exactly.
I thought it was a real nip and tuck fight.
Real nip and tuck fight. For the record, I actually had Matty winning by 2 points.
Yeah.
But it was very close.
I didn't say. I think we had a show on the same night. So.
But yeah, Monaghan and Amidi's a good fun, but
real good.
Costa O'Neill, happy with that.
Yeah.
I watched it back because I heard rumours on it, and I watched it. I was like, whoa!
Great.
He retired himself, didn't he? Halfway through the 3rd round, it was like, whoa! But you know, I can't knock the guy for that because the wall he'd put in before that, it was on a par with the Nagler, wasn't it?
And actually, when you're up close, and you know the shots that Diego Costa thuds in, you really do hear them. They really do feel.
He's got a great story though, hasn't he?
Great story.
Because I was talking to Martin, and he was training down at Jamie Moore's place, and I just said that, I mentioned that Diego Costa. He went, oh, I met him on holiday.
Yeah.
I said, oh, were you training over there? He said, no, I was on holiday with the lads. Like,
I think he was a door.
He was a doorman.
Yeah.
He was told to look after him.
Yeah.
And he went, I couldn't believe it, because he's a massive boxer. He was an amateur boxer. He's seen Martin Murray there, and he thought, oh my God. So he's really looked after him really well. Gave him his number and all that, and next thing he's brought his family over here and turned up here, and he's now training down
knocking out prospects,
knocking kids out. Great. I won't miss anything there, have we?
No, we're just on fight of the year.
Fight of the year over
8 to 12. Oh, there's a few, isn't there? Derbyshire Smith.
That's what I've got. It's one that stands out for me.
Great fight. Ishmael Colquhoun was a really good fight.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Zelfa against the Sejo.
So did I.
Constant
That's
action, wasn't it?
when he first 10 rounders.
And it was really showed what Zelfa can do. He had to dig down at times, not because he was under pressure, but just purely because the guy was relentless, kept getting up.
Yeah. In that 9th round when he sprung back up.
Like the Undertaker.
He was out cold. There was no way he was getting up, and then
he did.
It's like he was electric shot and jump back up there.
Yeah. I know we were a bit more invested in Zelfa, so it meant more to us. But that's a really good fight.
But Zelfa had to take risks as well, which I liked. He had to stand in the pocket at times and really trade. And when he was firing off, I love the catch and left hook, which you love. Well, I love it as well, but you know, he threw that a few times and to devastating effect.
It was good, and also Josh Whaley and Don Broadhurst on Fury Parker. That was a classic British title fight.
Attritional.
Yeah.
Got no coverage whatsoever, no credit in the papers afterwards, but I thought it was a real good fight.
Well, we all covered it.
Him in the 11th.
Yeah, he got him late. Good effort by Don Broadhurst, like a last effort of his career.
This might be cheating, but my favourite fight of the year was Poxton Woodstock.
Yeah.
I just loved the sheer intensity, the gruelling nature of it, the fact that neither was prepared to give an inch, and I thought it was a
Leon spent most of the week in bed with flu as well before that fight, which just makes it more ridiculous what he did that night. But
the whole fight was ridiculous from start to finish. You know those moments when you're going, oh, every round.
Yeah,
it's great.
No, I can't argue with that. Like I say, obviously you sometimes watch more than me because I'm, you know, with the VIP shows. And
you're always backstage, we're out in front.
and Anthony Smith and, like I say, Craig Derbyshire, because I like Craig Derbyshire as well. The guy's a journeyman, you know. But he had an opportunity to get ready for this was his world title shot, and Anthony Smith didn't have the great preparation for it. I think he had 1 4-rounder in 3 years. In that 3 years, Craig Derbyshire had 32 fights, you know. So he'd come into this fight well prepared, and what a war. It was, and you know, you couldn't spoil the
final
4 rounds.
We won't spoil it for people who've not seen it and want to watch it, but the final round's fantastic, isn't it?
I think the final 4 rounds are fantastic.
Yeah.
It was just ebbs and flows. You know, you think, oh, this is it, it's going Anthony Smith's way, and then the other kid digs deep, and then you think, oh, well, he's going to take over now, but then Smith comes back into it, and it's like, oh, it was an absolute cracking fight. And everyone who was in the audience, I think it was at Robin Park Arena, wasn't it? And everyone was, you know, who stayed was just there, stood on the feet, and yeah, top fight.
Quality. We've got KO of the year. John, who have you gone for?
I've mentioned it before, but Shakib Ali's uppercut to knock out Liam Richards was the knockout of the year.
I was gutted when you told me that because I forgot all about it.
That
was
the knockout.
I can't argue with that.
If there's one that gives it rivals it, and it was Zach Parker taking out Blackledge in Liverpool.
Yeah.
That was shock as well.
I was there. I didn't see it though.
Zach was a bit of an underdog, highly spoken about, highly rated, but no one expects him to do Blackledge in a round. But for me, it's Shakib Ali against Liam Richards. Keeping
on the theme of uppercuts, then I've gone for Lyndon Arthur versus Istvan Arsos, which was just he threw a lead, a backhand uppercut and a left hook to set up a beautiful body shot, and it was like almost Canelo-esque. So I've gone for that one. But I've got Diego Costa on there knocking out another guy, Joseph Osablo, I think his name was. A beautiful slip and left hook counter.
I feel a bit guilty here because you've gone for I've gone for 2 of our guys, but then being knocked out. In Lee Carter, when he got knocked out by the
Bulgarian.
Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful shot that was. You know what I mean?
He'll love you for that, Lee.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I feel guilty.
He's just turned off now.
and another one, a great one. I love.
You won an award, Lee.
And I love Chris Jenkinson as well. But the punch off
that was a
the Lithuanian
shot.
kid,
horrible shot.
Kosko.
Horrible shot. I can't remember the guy's name.
It was a beautiful shot, and again, they were both asleep before they hit the canvas. And very rarely you see that, but I must admit I have to bow down to Liam Richards because it was spectacular, that wasn't it?
It was picture perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Next. We've got single moment of the year, so anything you can think of that...
I couldn't think of any there. I enjoy everything.
For me, it was the night in Leeds. Josh Warrington winning his world title eliminator, having come up on the VIP shows, being the opponent. Zelfa becoming a star on BT Sports, beating Chris Conwell, and it just showed that this scene that we spend all our weekends on all year, ploughing around these little smalls, it works. You know, if the guys are good enough, they're matched well, they're dedicated, look what you can achieve. And finally on BT Sport, in front of a nation, the 2 guys who've done it the hard way, come up a tough way, they became stars.
Amen to that.
I like that.
I like that. I've gone for one that's a bit personal to me. It was the return back to the ring of Sean Ben Mulligan. He's someone I know well, and it was an emotional night, and he'd been building up, and he'd obviously had a few things out of the ring, and that was one of my moments. You know, he came back with a punch perfect performance against Lewis Measham, and that was one of my highlights of the year.
Good.
We've got we've got trainer of the year on here. Did we say we were just gonna?
Yeah, we can
go with that one. Yeah, go.
We can do. Lee picked Maylett because Steve Maylett he's only ever lost once at Cal Place, losing to Stevie Williams.
He's never lost.
Yeah.
You know, and I've seen the difference that he's made to fighters that have come into his gym, such as what he's done with, you know, Bulger, with Liam Taylor, you know, footwork and everything. I see the changes.
But it's also Dale's. I can't remember who I was talking to about this.
Yeah, you know,
Dale's a totally different fighter to Dylan and Terry. And Dale's doing great, isn't he? I know I spend a fair bit of time in my gym, but Steve Raylett's my trainer.
But he has tweaked him. He's changed him. You know, Dale was very robotic. You know, very stiff, and you know, and you could see that in his last fight, the way he's loosened up and he's. You know, he can stand toe to toe with it, and he'll find a place to get those hooks or those uppercuts. You know, those little chopping right hands. He's very, very good close up.
Well, we haven't conferred, but my trainer of the year is Steve Maylett as well, and it's just because I went down there once and was party to a real technical session, and the technical knowledge he passes and the way he breaks it down and imparts it, it was great to behold. But that's not. I mean, I've been to so many great gyms recently, and there's so many different styles. And
do you know another guy? When you talk about that, another guy who does that really well. When we went down there, is Alex Matvienko.
He breaks things down in a similar way.
When he explains things to you, it's just like, oh yeah, right. You know, he simplifies things. No matter how technical it is, he'll simplify it, and you'll go, oh right, I understand that. You know, and I like that, you know.
Yeah. I've seen some brilliant pad sessions. I've seen Haroon doing some great pad sessions with Raza Hamza. I've seen Lee Beard doing a great session with Argentus Mendes. I've seen, you know, Robert Rimmer, Pat Barrett. I mean, there's so many great trainers out there, isn't there? We're spoiled for choice.
We are spoiled.
Really
totally spoiled. Because every gym is doing well, and everyone has their own style, but, you know, I think they're all much more intelligent than they used to be. Because you go to one gym and they teach you one way. But now the coaches understand that, you know, we'll find what's best for that fighter and bring out the best in them. But, you know, like you were saying with Pat, what he's managed to do, you know, with Linden and Zelfa, you know, from amateurs, take them to where they are now. And in another 18 months, they'll all be calling him a genius, because them two are going to be pretty potent.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I think we've actually... I bet we haven't breezed through that, because I bet it was quite long, but it feels like we breezed through that. But I think that's it, unless...
Well, we've got the countrywide prospects, haven't we?
Oh!
So we've got a countrywide prospect under 10 fights.
Right, I haven't got them on my list, so I just have to think. Right,
top of your head, I've gone for Daniel Dubois. You know, in April he was highly spoken about amateur with these rumours about the gyms and things like that. A lot of pressure on him straight away, with people expecting him to live up to all this hype. From speaking to him as well, he's gone from a real tight, uptight guy who couldn't understand why people were ringing him to ask him such obvious questions, so now you can have a laugh and a joke with him. He's knocked everybody out. He's never put in what you'd class as a disappointing performance. He's beaten the same opponents, better well-known fighters
than AJ's done. Yeah,
and he's doing it in the same manner, and he's 20 years old.
That's scary.
He's not let anybody down, so Daniel Dubois is mine.
Okay. Go on, Lee, give me some more time to think.
Well, I went for, because I don't really follow the nation scene unless he's fought up in the northwest. I'm busy doing all that, but I did watch Kelly, Pretty Boy Kelly.
Yeah.
Josh Kelly. You know, I was impressed with him. Whether you can do that at the high levels, I don't know. But I mean, he's a fantastic amateur. So why can't he? You know, but he does do things in there that make me smile.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he? Got a unique style, difficult to work out, and power.
And willing to watch.
He's, you know, some of the names he's called. I know they've tried to get him a ring. Very ambitious as well. Yeah, Josh Kelly could really stand out next year.
I'm going to cheat, because the one I spring to mind who I really think is I don't know if she counts as a prospect. It's actually a lady, that's Natasha Jonas, who I saw on Saturday. She counts as a prospect because of the immense pedigree in the amateurs, but I suppose only had 4 fights.
Under 10 fights, and she's had 4.
Yeah.
4 KOs. So.
And she did look really good on Saturday in terms of... She's got that look in her eye where she wants to kill you. And I like that look. It just...
You say look really good, or she looks really good?
Both. Lee, you don't know what to tell me.
She's very pretty girl.
So,
she's pretty to be boxing.
If we're talking about that women's scene, Katie Taylor's leading the way. Chantel Cameron is knocking out girls.
Yeah.
You know, for girls that Katie was building a reputation on working over 10 rounds and 8 rounds and stuff, Chantel Cameron's knocking them out. Well, she could be the dark horse of that little trio.
I think that's the thing now with female boxing. Katie Taylor set a standard now that I think, you know, every girl who comes on the scene has to match now. So, I mean, we had, as good as she was, it was nothing compared to the day, you know, Jane Couch. You know, she was a double world champion, I think she was, you know, phenomenal in her day. But it was nothing compared to these girls.
The coal miner's daughter and Mia St John, Christy Martin.
Yeah,
I remember
they were in the days, weren't they?
But Christy Martin was actually, she was well ahead of her time.
She was very good until she did lose to Layla Ali, though, didn't she? I think.
Yeah. They made like a catch rate.
Yeah.
There's Lucia
Riker.
Riker.
A lot heavier though, wasn't she?
Way taller as well.
Yeah.
Way, but I remember, yeah. Well, whilst we mentioned
that's another thing with the girls though. Fantastic. They don't mind floating up and down the weights, do they? You know, because they know to get the best out of themselves. They will step up and step down and meet the best. So.
Stacey Copeland's one of them as well. She'll just fight anyone. She will. And I've seen her training up close and personal recently, and she really does have a lot of intensity, and you know, it's just it's great.
Back, so she's grabbing everything while she can. And I think that's another guy who needs a little bit of a mention there. Blaine Eunice. Works under Ricky Hatton and Mike Jackson, and he's a cracking little coach. I think he's going to be a star of the future.
Yeah. And the final one is the British Fighter of the Year, countrywide.
British Fighter of the Year, countrywide.
Yeah, I've gone Ryan Burnett. You know, to unify a bantamweight division.
Yeah, and
he's the only British guy who's...
People were saying the last fight with Zaki Arnov?
Yeah.
People were saying that's a real 50-50. I mean, I know it was a good fight, but he showed maturity beyond his years there. Yeah. I remember watching him against Ryan Farag actually in Liverpool, and I thought that this guy is class. Yeah. He really is class. So that's a good pick, that.
Yeah, that's Burnett for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm lost, like I said.
Just agree with me, mate. It's right.
Yeah, I'll go with you, mate.
He's not bothered if it's not in the Northwest.
Let's say, you know, I'm playing a lot of catch up, mate. You know, I didn't have Sky for a few years.
Can I just say, go on, John.
Billy Joe Saunders should get a shout.
Absolutely.
Just on one performance alone.
What a performance!
Which performance was that?
Lemieux.
David Lemieux last week.
When was that?
2 years ago. That was fantastic.
Beautiful.
So Billy Joe Saunders comes into consideration just for one performance.
And also a small show we've not got on here, under 6, Conor Benn. Recently, I can't remember the
that was a
great little fight.
Was it Belgian or French kid?
Or Luxembourg or something like that.
Salon Peon or something.
Yeah,
so he does know. So he does know.
It was
no, I watched that. I did.
They call it the Benelux area, don't they? Belgium, Holland, and Luxembourg. Yeah. He was the former champion of that. But that was a great fight. Wasn't
great little fight that was. Yeah. Gents, been a good.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Well, like I say, 2018, very, very exciting for the Northwest.
Really exciting. I think we've got one of the best regions. I know we're all biased, but genuinely, when I think about it, I think we've got the best region in the country.
This Northwest belt, all the way from, you know, you got to go from Liverpool all the way up to Hull, you know, with Tommy Coyle. Yeah. It's an exciting region. And I think, you know, when we had all those world champions, I think 6 of them was based up in the Northwest. We've got Tyson Fury coming back. You know, this is like...
It's happy days, isn't it? Happy days for us.
It really is exciting, and I'm smiling just thinking about it, and I'm just fortunate to be able to watch all this in years to come when I'm really, really old. And I sat back, I can think, at least I was part of that bit.
Well, wait a second. I think John's just voted the idea that we make this a yearly thing, an annual thing.
Annual awards.
So there
Let's see how many get watches. It's
yeah, see how many
everyone can see this.
Exactly,
It's going to be on both the VIP YouTube channel and on BT Boxing, British Boxing's TV channel. And please watch it. And can't
been a pleasure
on ours, but you can on yours.
And anyone we have left out, it's literally just because there's so much to choose from. But you know, it's nothing personal. It's not at all.
There's just so many talented kids, and we've probably missed a few that are going to go on to be, you know, household names.
Yeah, we'll be driving back now, and we think, well, John might be driving back.
I should have mentioned that.
And John, nice little crib you've got up here as well.
How bad is
Should be on MTV Cribs.
I don't know about that. It's too warm, actually, isn't it? Anyway, well done, lads.
Cheers.
See you later. Bye.
Appreciate it. Cool. I'll do that. I enjoyed that.
I did.